Are you always regaining lost weight? You're not alone. Studies show that over 80% of people regain lost weight within 2 years. But it seems so unfair, right? You worked hard, you restricted calories, and you exercised consistently. And finally, the scale started moving in the right direction. But now, it's climbing again. And you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Well, you may not have done anything wrong. But there is some science behind what's going on. So let's dive in and find out how to improve your long-term weight loss results. The first thing to understand is that when you cut calorie intake too aggressively, your body doesn't interpret it as weight loss. And the real reason you're regaining weight isn't a lack of willpower. It's not because you fell off the wagon. Something deeper is happening inside your body. Something that gets triggered the moment you start dieting. The real issue here is that your body doesn't see rapid or extreme weight loss as success. It sees it as danger. It actually senses a potential famine, and it reacts. Your hormones shift, hunger rises, and food cravings might even intensify. And unfortunately, your metabolism actually slows down to protect you. This is called adaptive thermogenesis. So even when you're doing everything right, your body is quietly working behind the scenes to conserve energy, and your metabolism burns fewer calories than it did before. It doesn't seem fair, does it? But it's actually a survival mechanism, evolved from the time when our distant ancestors roamed in search of food that they could forage. And often, there just wasn't that much food to be found. So we evolved a mechanism to conserve energy when our body senses famine. And aggressive calorie restriction is, in a sense, a form of famine. Your conscious mind knows this is not actually the case, but your survival adaptation is beyond your conscious control. But the surprising part is that your metabolism doesn't just bounce back when the diet ends. And in fact, this is where most people get blindsided. When you return to eating normally after a diet, your body is still in energy conservation mode from that self-imposed famine that we call dieting. So now, your metabolism is burning fewer calories than it did before the diet, because it's adapted to believing you're in survival mode. And the second part of this problem is that if your weight loss was rapid and based mainly on calorie restriction, there's a high chance you lost muscle along with fat. Less muscle means a slower metabolism because it's lean muscle that burns fat for fuel even when you're at rest. And so a slower metabolism means fewer calories burned all day. That creates the perfect setup for rebound weight gain. And this is why every round feels harder than the last. It's also why strength training is so important for weight loss. So the cycle, unfortunately, is lose weight, lose muscle mass, burn fewer calories, rebound, and repeat. So it's not because you failed. It's because your biology remembers the famine and tries to protect you more aggressively. So if this is happening to you right now, you need to understand that your body didn't betray you, and it's not really your fault. Your body was trying to defend you, and that means you can stop blaming yourself. The key takeaway here is that the solution isn't another strict diet. The solution is rebuilding the metabolism that restrictive dieting has weakened, which starts with one simple thing. All you need to do is start supporting the system that burns calories for you naturally. It means adding lean muscle, strength training so your muscles become metabolically active again. And it means choosing steady habits that don't trigger that famine alarm. So these aren't drastic changes. They're stabilizing changes. Changes your body will respond to with balance instead of panic. So here's your next step. Pick one small action that supports your metabolism instead of stressing it. Maybe it's lifting weights 4 times a week and only doing cardio twice. Find a balance that you can work with and enjoy. And try keeping calories to a healthy level instead of dropping them dramatically. It might not seem to make sense, but you need calories to build that muscle so that the muscle can help you burn more calories in the long run, especially when you're at rest, meaning when you're not even working out. These small, steady steps calm your biology, and it's how you stop the cycle. And most importantly, this is how you lose weight and keep it off for good. It's as easy as learning why your body responds in a certain way and working with your body, not against it. Because when your metabolism is rebuilt, hunger, energy, and cravings all start to regulate naturally. And weight loss becomes sustainable without the exhaustion, without the cravings, and without the rebound. And now you know how to support it. Small, consistent changes and metabolism-first habits. And a biology that finally works for you, not against you. And if you'd like to find out more, check out my video on the best exercises for weight loss. Just click the link above. Be well, and see you next time.